gosh. Hi,
Hello.
Chelsea. This is so cool. Hello.
Hi, Brady. You're so cute. Look at
Oh,
you.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my name is Brady. I'm with 107.3 Alternative Cleveland. I'm the morning show host and program director here, and it is truly an honor to be speaking with you today.
Oh, hi. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thanks for having
Yeah.
me.
Absolutely. You have been making my entire family laugh for many, many years. Right when the tickets went on sale for this show, well before I found out about the interview, I got tickets for my mom's Hanukkah gift to your show. And
Oh,
selfishly, I'm keeping them hostage, so she has to take me.
yeah.
So
I love keeping mothers and daughters together.
good.
Keeping families
Um,
together. That's what the tour should be called, keeping families together. Any man who brings his girlfriend or wife is going to also have a nice night with his girlfriend and wife after they leave my show. So it's a win-win for everybody.
you are keeping families together. So excited that that show that I'm talking about, obviously the High and Mighty show coming to Key Bank State Theater, Playhouse Square, March 13th. We are so pumped for it. It's called High and Mighty. I just wanted to ask, what can fans expect for this tour?
Well, I did a lot of traveling this last year. I just got back from Antarctica. I went there in November on a psychedelic cruise to Antarctica. So there was like half the boat was like psychedelic researchers, and the other half of the boat were using psychedelics. I was part of that group. But I did so much traveling this year. I did a European tour over the summer in May and June. So I went to like 18 countries in 24 days. Then I've just been on all of these adventures this year, and I have taken drugs on every continent or been given drugs or given out drugs. And I'm not talking about heavy drugs. I'm talking about like microdosing LSD, microdosing MDMA with people from every continent. And I have a lot of great stories to share about the impact of that. So I told a story the other night on Jimmy Fallon because I gave an 80-year-old couple, they were celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. I gave them two microdoses of LSD and they came back to my house the next day. They were asking for the entire sheet. I was like, listen, they go, do you have any more of that LSD? I'm like, you know what? For you guys, I do. So a lot of just real like, and I feel like sharing is caring, like I really do feel like, I mean, I think we all can relate to the fact that the world is a really ugly place in the moment and it can be ugly. And I want to double down on like love and happiness and kindness and being on a stage in front of my audience and the people that are loyal fans like you and that are spending money. Like I just want to remind them about the happiness and goodness and good naturedness of everybody and to forget about everything that's going on for me, like for an hour and a half. For me, when I look out on from the stage and I see two strangers that are clearly not together, that are sitting next to each other, that are laughing so hard and rubbing shoulders together, like that makes me feel purposeful, like I'm doing something that matters. So I take that kind of job as I've gotten older. I take my job much more. I take having fun much more seriously and making
Yeah,
sure that my audience is having an amazing time.
that's great. You're a woman of the people, whether it's sharing substances or making them laugh, or both, you know?
Right. Yes.
I love that. And you talk about so many of
So
your adventures.
feel free to give me your substances as well.
Okay. Okay, good to know. We'll
A
let
lot
our
of
listeners know as well.
Yeah, at the end of the show, I usually take photos at the top of the stage, and people always just hand out drugs to me. And my friend's like, "You can't take drugs from strangers." I'm like, "These are my fans." So yeah.
I love
Anyway,
that. I do have to say, I know it was a while back, but your Chelsea Does series, Chelsea Does Drugs episode was like one of the most revolutionary things I think I had seen. I was like, no one's ever done this. Like, worked with doctors and shown like all, the effects of it in a fun way, and I think in a safe way and a positive way, while still shedding light. Drugs are obviously a contentious issue, but or divisive, I would say. But I loved I loved the way you talk about substances and the way that you, yeah, shed light on it and keep things light. Um, I don't know what I'm really asking there, but I just have to say that Chelsea Does episode like stays in my brain
cute.
forever. Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, it's also like I like to demonstrate, I'm not talking about bad drugs here. Like, yeah, everyone has these kind of like stigmas, like, oh, LSD is crazy. It's like from the 70s. Nothing's from the 70s anymore. We're in 2026. Like
Yeah.
the drugs, like microdosing is like a tiny little thing. It's like a little exclamation point on your day. And also, I wouldn't be sitting here today and be as like productive as a human being or as a professional or however you want to frame it if drugs were so bad. Like I wouldn't have my act together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There is a road. Listen, they're not for everybody. Drugs are not for everybody. I'm well aware of that. And I don't want to be irresponsible in the way that I promote them, but they're for me and they're for my body gets along very well with them. So you have to have a good relationship with yourself, with your mental stability and all of those things. But I definitely do feel a responsibility to destigmatize all of the judgment around drugs. It's just not necessary.
agreed. And I loved your latest book, I'll Have What She's Having. I feel like you talk about that journey so much in the book. And, you talk about like almost a year of sobriety, or you have so many periods of like, yeah, I was, just really locked in on my mental health and my well-being for this period. And then I went back to it and I was back to traveling and having fun. So you show this different side of you that I think most people don't see on stage. They think you're, probably doing drugs every day and partying and crazy and things are falling apart, but you're so aware of what you're doing and so conscious about how you move through the world. Um, yeah, I don't know if you want to shed light on that a little more.
Well, I mean, I like to be, first of all, I like to be really honest about everything. As a woman, for just on behalf of all women, I like to tell the truth so that, so that they get the real deal. Like, if you're coming to me or you're listening to me or you're listening to my podcast or coming to my show, like you're hearing the truth. I'm not making stuff up or lying to you, and I'm not deceitful. So like, I just think as a public person, so many people take themselves so seriously. So many people are so insecure. And my vibe is just to kind of inject all women, that's my priority, with the kind of confidence and like inspire them to really be who they are. Like it's good to be you. Like don't try to be someone you're not. It's okay. You're lovable. Everyone's lovable, and we kind of get off track in our lives. I talk about that in my last book a lot. You get off track a lot. We all fall down, all of us, myself, included. And it's not about the fall. It's about what you do after and how you learn that lesson. And if you keep repeating the same stuff over and over again. So, my vibe now is real positivity, real optimism. Even in the face of darkness, it's really important to find the light. It's really important to make people laugh for me. Like it's really important to just have a vibe that when I leave a room, it feels like they're, like it's a better frequency than when I came in. That's important. And women and their regard for themselves is really important to me.
I love that. I also love how you talk about, your inner child. And I think that speaks a lot to believing in yourself. It's like finding that little girl in you and who she wanted to be from the beginning.
Yeah,
So
and
I
for
love
all
that.
of us to do that, like, anyone to think about like how far you've come, even in the past year. If you sat down and wrote down everything you did in this past year, you'd be like, holy shit. I mean, maybe you have done that, but just to like
Mhm.
reflect on all of our accomplishments, like we get so caught up in the world and life and the news or whatever you're obsessed with, social media or video games or whatever your escape thing is. Like we forget to look at all of that we've done. We forget to look where we came from, how far we've come. Your jobs, your relationships, what you did this year. Did you buy a house? Did you move? Did you do something that was brave? Like I'm sure you did tons of things that you're not even thinking about that were brave. So I always think that that's a good reminder for all of us too, especially like as the new year. I'm not a resolution person. Like I don't, take things like that very seriously, but I think it is really important for all of us to always reflect and think about where we came from and where we are and where we're going.
I love that. Great lesson to start the new year. And I know I don't have too much time with you, but the question I wanted to ask before I leave you is, and I've thought about this a lot in your comedy. There's all these kind of drug slogans, mostly negative. Just say nope to dope, or above the influence. If there was a Chelsea Handler drug slogan, quick one word, what do you think it would be?
I think high and mighty would be my
Yeah.
drug slogan.
And
High
that's
and
perfect.
mighty.
High and
Yeah,
mighty.
yeah, there we go.
And you can hear all about it when you come see Chelsea Handler on her High and Mighty tour at Playhouse Square, KeyBank State Theater, March 13th.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Chelsea. You're amazing.
Bye. So nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
I can't wait for the show. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.